Hello everyone, it's Gigi Calvin. Welcome to another long-form Relax With Me video. Excuse me. We are in Fall Year 1, Day 5. Feel free to come along, relax, settle in, even take a nap. I've been wanting to do more longer-form videos of this game. And over the course of playing it, I've kind of varied. Sometimes I did shorts, sometimes I did live streams. But I've decided for at least the foreseeable future to try to do more long-form ones to document my journey. I've learned from one of the some of my viewers to call the animals outside with that little bell. They look very cute out here. Now I'm going to look at visiting Hayden's shop really quick. I know I need to water my crops as well. Hello Hayden, hello! If he is outside and I go inside, I think I can still purchase animals. A cow, 2,000. I'm only at 704, so I've got to make some cash. That's been one of my challenges in this game, is actually having steady cash throughout. I wonder if I can actually call them outside. Okay, so if it's not my barn, I can't call them outside. Let's go tend to the crops. This game is very similar to Stardew, which I've talked a little bit about. So there's some very similar mechanics. At the same time, there are also some differences. Oh, sweet potatoes. Okay. Very similar to how I've been playing Stardew. I've been playing this game without really looking at any kind of wiki or tutorial. And I would say, fortunately, the knowledge that I've acquired from Stardew has been very helpful here. Okay, how many days for this? That's the thing, I'm wondering how many. I guess I'll plant them. And we'll see. I was trying to see if there's like an item description telling us how many days it takes for that. Wrong tool. Chestnuts. Let's get a little energy boost while we can. Juniper. Did I leave the cauldron on? Well, I'm sure it's fine. That's fine. And it is Friday. There's Celine. I stayed up too late reading. Maybe I'll take it easy today. And then here, I've got, so I believe this is an update to the general store. I've got the copper ingots, stone, and wood, but I need to go back into the mines to get iron ingots. I guess I have some moon fruit. I have some cash. I can collect those. I'm only at day 5 in the fall, so I could definitely plant some more stuff. So I think broccoli takes 6 days. Okay, good to know. Cranberry. Only 3 days, wow. But it's quite expensive at 300. 9 days for that, and then 3 days for wheat is also expensive. And these are all flowers, I believe. Now the saplings, I believe I've planted those. I like talking to the townspeople. It must be nice working on something as forgiving as farming. You can't play around when you're working with molten metal. You coming to the inn tonight? The company will be good, the drink's even better. So it's Friday, so I think usually Friday evenings, that's when there's all the townspeople gather, they have a little party. So we can do a little fishing on the way. And then I can put the fish in the shipping bin. Sturgeon. This one's gonna be a little hard because my head is blocking line of sight. So I'm trying to plant these seeds, but I realized because of the sapling, I think I couldn't plant it there. I should totally just put it in that wet spot because I had watered it previously. Oh, that was a mistake on my part. I feel like this is part of the conundrum of this game, at least how I've been playing it. I've been trying to figure out how to be a little bit more efficient each day in terms of making some cash while being able to maintain my energy. But I do like the calm atmosphere that the game has. And playing it in that way is definitely very soothing for me. If you know the content that I've been putting out on my channel, I'm not really playing games to speed run or, you know, maximize the objectives or anything like that. If anything, it's more of a relaxing playthrough. Friday night always reminds me that adults need to play too. Good for them. Sometimes at night I twirl up my sheets and pretend I'm a cocoon. Interesting. Fall makes the leaves change color, but rocks stay the same. Makes you think. A wealth of prehistoric artifacts wash up on the beach. You can often find them buried in the sand. Be careful with them. They're unimaginably old. Good to know. I'm going to step over to the fountain where I can recharge my energy a bit. And there are two fountains, one on the west, one on the east, and we're going to the one on the east. I found these flowers before, viola. I think it's a flower. I'm not quite sure what to do with them though. So this is the fountain right here. Give me a little bit of an energy boost. I kind of want to take a quick trip over to the museum, see if there's any items I can donate there, especially insects. Fields of Mistria. So I think I've talked about this before, but my history with this game is that I found it on Steam as a recommendation because I had started to play Stardew. And I think it was on a discount, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll try this out. Can I jump over that? I cannot. Let me grab this fishy. Because I believe we can also donate fish to the museum. Tetra. I don't think I've actually fished in the pond before. That's interesting. I'm assuming there's going to be different fish depending on the area that you fish at. Okay, I guess there were things we could donate. That's interesting. We can also go to the other water fountain up here. I think it's up here because the mines are right there. Usually I would want to go into the mines, but I don't really have any food on me to boost my energy. And I think the fish, I can't really eat it. My guess is I'm going to have to go deeper into the mines in order to get iron ore to make the iron ingots. And I believe I need to get like 10, right? Let's see really quickly. To make iron ingot. Yep, I need 10 ore to make 1 bar. So that's quite a price. So that means for 5 I need to get 50 total. Can I buy ore, iron ore? I don't think I can, right? You can buy copper ore. And I think we can also upgrade tools here too, right? Copper pickaxe. And if I get 4 of these, I can get an iron pickaxe. And it also costs, I think it says it costs $7.25. Fascinating, fascinating. There's still a lot that I'm learning about this game. Even though it's in the early... Even though I've, played a bit of it already. Alright, Friday night. Friends, I must apologize. My eagerness to study the tower led to our capture by Demon Lord Blood. Look at us now, defeated, and we've learned nothing. I think they're playing like a D&D game here. I've got him distracted at least. He's the demon I made a pact with. Apparently he's never met someone who knew the contract better than him. I think, guys, that big arch he's sitting on is Alda style. I don't know what that is. Mr. Aram said it relies on a keystone, but I can't hit something so far away. Silver can do it. He's so let down by the Dragon Hawk. This is his origin story. This is how he became a dark bird watcher. I activate Shadow Eye and shoot the keystone. A class change in the middle of battle. Oh, read it too fast. Demon Lord, or click too fast. Demon Lord Blood falls to the ground, trapped by his awkward conversation with Supreme Grimblade, made even more awkward by his graceless tumble. I rolled to show Demon Lord Blood the pages of my architectural digest, hoping to turn him from the ways of evil architecture. I rolled a 20. The digest slips from your hand, striking Blood's weak spot. The demon coughs and begins to burn. With demonic fire, he rasps his final words at you. Do the voice. Ahem. You are the worst, most disorganized party to ever enter this tower, and I paid the price for that. I hope my... Oh, click too fast. I learned that Blood Tower is named for Lord Blood, and not because it's full of blood. I learned that sometimes it's a mistake to meet your heroes, even if that hero is a bird. I learned that knowledge can be a weapon. Literally. I learned how to make a pact with a demon. Huh. Interesting. You absolute madman, you did it. Coffee liqueur. I know you're a coffee fan, so I've been experimenting since last time I saw Darcy at the market, which I think would be tomorrow, being Saturday. Took weeks to get this flavor right. Now we've got 2 to 1 of our base liquor and the coffee liquor over ice. That's a nice molasses color, isn't it? It looks bitter, unless... You know what? Raina whipped up some sweet heavy cream for us. Now a big generous ladle on top. Oh my gosh, it looks scrumptious. You're an artist, Hemlock. Cheers. Look at the cream blend with the coffee. It looks like heavy mist over the mountains. I have to say, the writers of this game, they put a lot of detail in the dialogue and building up the personalities of the characters, which is much appreciated. Now that's a pretty name. We'll call it a heavy mist. So what do you think, Holt? Can't talk, too busy drinking. Not even a pun? Now that's a first. Oh. An alcoholic drink that blends coffee liqueur and sweetened cream. Okay. Josephine, look how late it is. Time sure does fly these days. Excellent contrapost to Ulrich. So this is like a drawing club. Thanks, I put a lot of work into my traps. Okay, I better make my way for this week's real model. Cluck cluck. I like your attitude, young lady, and what a lovely pose. You're giving us so much wing. Because Henrietta is the chicken. How is Henrietta such a dynamic model? Thanks for sharing this with us, Hayden. Seems awful special to you. I've seen so many animals grow up since I took the farm over. Huh, interesting. So he took the farm over from someone. Thought it might be nice to start sketching up some memories. Before I knew it, I was sketching all by myself and got in my own head about it. Thanks for talking some sense into me. You reminded me I'm the sharing type, and drawing's more fun with friends besides. Isn't that right, Gigi Calvin? Yes, it is. Yeah, haha. Okay. I don't mind cleaning. A good royal should have a keen understanding of the jobs of her subjects. So this is Friday night at the inn. 10 p.m. I think besides the basic farming and foraging, fishing has been my third most prolific activity. I have not done archaeology or cooking. Much of those two. Oh, interesting. I also need to make sure my animals go back inside, otherwise they're going to wander around outside. So let's call the chickens back in. Same thing for our cow. Oh, no, go back inside, cow. I gave the cow a hug and kept hugging me back. Okay. I guess what I could do is tidy up some of this area. I have very little energy left, so it's gonna... When you run out of energy in this game, you're not able to pull off these tasks, so I'm basically at almost level 0. Give the cat some love, and let's go to sleep. Alright, so that was today, day 5. I think I'm actually going to wrap up this session. This will be a little bit of a shorter video, but I think it was a nice full day of experiencing a Friday, day 5, year 1, fall season. So we've done spring, summer, and now we're in fall. And you can see some of the items that were donated, some that were sold. We got some fish, animal products, crops. So I think, you know, if I get in a steady pace of donating crops or selling crops and animal products, I could have a steady income. 737. Interesting. Well, we're going to wrap up for today. I hope you have a good day, a good night. Thank you for coming along this journey. This is GG Calvin signing out. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.